Alright, I'm just recording this for now. But I'm going to log in the usual way.
By the divine authority of the Templar, you are hereby exiled to the forsaken shores of Rayclast. You have transgressed against God and consorted with sin. Find your redemption, Exile, or die in the attempt.
Oh, yay! Alright, let's see.
Why do the keen of mind seek to satiate their curiosity in darkness and depravity? Innocence is our father. Arieth is our mother. When a daughter strays from the light, she makes herself an orphan. Learn well the lessons that Rayclass will teach you, witch. It is your only hope of finding your way home.
Alright, I previously looked at the classes online and through being hinted at some of them via the Devolant. Apparently this looks like the closest thing to the Necromancer from Diablo 2, possibly even the Druid from Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, and the Witch Doctor from Diablo 3. As I tend to have a morbid sense of humor, I presume the Witch would be my type of class. There doesn't seem to be much else. I think it's just the common spellcasting class. Just, period. There's probably some elements of sorceress and other spellcasting classes in there. I guess I could try to make a shaman from World of Warcraft, since that was one of my favorite classes. I know she's an intelligence primary. I'd probably play her just for that.
You were born to be swift and strong. What did you do with your gifts, duelist? You squandered them on self-indulgence. Sin has led you here, your path inked in the blood of gratuitous murder. You have betrayed the Grand Arena. Now Rayclast shall be your audience, and your foe.
I think the duelist is a strength/dexterity hybrid, and I'm making educated guesses. I did some research. They seem more like a combat rogue. I also have played skirmishers in League of Legends, so if I were to replicate my Exile from the League of Legends fandom, this would be the class to do it. And I mostly say that because reasons. I wish the character model didn't look exactly like D'Artagnan from the BBC Three Musketeers, the most recent one. Also, his blade's not broken, so I'd probably take a pass, just from that.
Swift and silent, you stole the bounty of others. A crow that plunders our crops. A stray dog that slaughters our sheep. Arieth is a land of men, not animals. Think on that, Ranger, when Rayclass shows you how to truly live like an animal.
She might be the druid from Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. I have exactly zero idea if such is the case. She probably realistically plays more like the rogue from, or not rogue, the Amazon? Yeah, Amazon. Probably plays more like the Amazon from Diablo 2, more realistically. Do they have guns in Path of Exile? Maybe I could replicate Shadow the Hedgehog. Maybe. Although I already have something to cope with my exile from the the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom. Shadow the Hedgehog is still one of the best games I've ever played. That is a pretty neat looking bow, though. And Sylvanas Windrunner was my city before me leaving World of Warcraft for good.
Do you think you are savage enough to face the land of the damned, Marauder? We offered you truth, Yet still you clasped your superstitious lies. We offered you service, yet you wasted your strength in defiance. Rayclast offers you something else. An education in true savagery.
When not playing as a druid in tabletop RPG, trying to go feral spec, I've generally played tanky classes in tabletop and out. So, the Marauder's probably the closest thing. I observed somebody in chat talking about a Juggernaut build, and apparently the base class for it is Marauder. If I were to do something with that, I'd probably have to pick this guy up. On top of that, I played the Barbarian in Diablo 3, and it was the closest to doing anything resembling supremely nice. Well, aside from the Witch Doctor, of course.
You were born with quickness of body and sharpness of mind. How have you paid for these gifts? With innocent blood. Yours is a predatory profession, the business of butchering. You have stolen many a life to fill your purse. Now you will earn your redemption in Rayclast.
Or, hang on, hear me out, weird British guy. Maybe redemption isn't for me. Okay, so Shadow seems like he's the assassin type. Diablo 2 Assassin is something I think I tried to play once. I don't think I got the hang of it. But I have played Assassins before. In League of Legends. I think I tried to make a Pathfinder character get to the Assassin Prestige class by starting out as Druid, because I wanted to be creative, and also because Norgorber is one of my favorite Pathfinder deities, period. Unfortunately, I don't think anything resembling Norgorber exists in Path of Exile, so... The other idea I had with this is to maybe reclaim Blake Belladonna from Rooster Teeth. Why would I reclaim something that isn't mine in the first place? Of course, given my oath of fealty to Shane Newville and Sheena Duquette, maybe making a Belladonna out of this shadow would serve my purposes, since I don't have enough Patreon money to optimize pledging to Sheena. And I don't know if Shane Newville has a Patreon. Oh well. Maybe one day we can recreate Blake Belladonna and Adam Taurus, then fuse them, and then create the magicest of words, Toradonna.
You swore sinew and soul to serve God and the Order of the Templar. For years you built a life upon faith, only to smite it asunder with one sinful blow. And is that not the greatest folly of all? To lose faith when it's all you have left? You were once the chosen of God, a Templar. You are now the chosen of Rayclast, an Exile.
Huh. Seems like the Paladin. From WoW and from Diablo 2. At least, the fluff implies as much. I'm not sure what he actually plays like, because I used to be really, really religious up until middle school kind of shattered that. Maybe not shattered, but fractured it enough in people's prejudices that I couldn't quite Deus Vult my way through. As such, I tend to be a lot more laissez-faire in the spiritual department. Other than that, I tend to stray away from paladins in tabletop just because I have difficulty playing anything resembling lawful good. I imagine that this guy would also be more like a monk, so lawful anything works. I could oblige. I could oblige. Let's look at her again.
Swift and silent, you stole the bounty of others. A crow that plunders our crops. A stray dog that slaughters our sheep. Oriath is a land of men, not animals. Think on that, Ranger, when Rayclass shows you how to truly live like an animal.
Why does she look like a standard horror genre protagonist? Or Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games? I have a genuine problem with this. Trust me, I've looked at fan art of Katniss from the book adaptation Katniss, and they always draw her like this. I think they neglect the olive skin, olive green. I mean, there's a tint of green, but that's just because of the awkward lighting.
You were born with quickness of body and sharpness of mind. How have you paid for these gifts? With innocent blood. Yours is a predatory profession, the business of butchering. You've stolen many a life to fill your purse. Now you will earn your redemption in Rayclast.
Wait a minute. This guy's outfit looks similar to Blake's. Now that I'm on to something, I have not been in the Ruby fandom ever, so I can't say I'm exiled from the Ruby fandom, meaning that half of my motivation for playing a Shadow's kinda dead. But I have the morbid sense of humor, kinda like what would work for the Witch, to play this sort of thing, and get a good laugh. So let's see, let's go back.
You were born to be swift
Nope.
and strong. What did you do with your gift?
Alright, let's see. So we've got Witch, which is basically my go-to for spellcasting. Duelist, who's a dex fighter in all but name. Discount Ranger. Maybe she'll do druid stuff. I doubt it. Tank class galore. Toradana, and a living representation of every Blood Elf Paladin I would try to play. We've got quite a colorful class, but I know we're missing one. Because the Path of Exile wiki says that there's a Scion class. Why am I saying it as Scion? It's probably just Scion. That's basically a jack-of-all-trades type. That would probably fit me personality-wise the most, because I've never been a main character before. So I have literally zero idea what I'm good at. But I mean, as far as stuff goes, I could play a Marauder, if need be, or a Shadow, or a Witch. I'm not sure the Ranger's for me. Although, it would be nice to play as her. I'd probably wait until Devolant gives me a clear fluff answer. Because I kind of just made this video. I didn't stream it, by the way, Twitch. You don't have to worry about anything. If I stream Path of Exile, I will still wait the 24 hours. Because, I'm pretty sure that's like an obvioso thing at this point. Other than that, Dead to Rights, I'll see y'all later.